let's talk about the C8 Corvette, which may or may not be known as the C7 ZR1 at first and then become the C8. So what do we know about this car? Well, right now we know basically nothing. But that's not the point. The point is that it's fun to talk about this, and I want to let you guys in on a little bit of information that I have about this car that you may find interesting. So the big rumor, of course, is that the next Corvette is going to be mid-engined, and we're going to see the introduction of a mid-engine Corvette with this C7 ZR1 or C8, whatever they end up calling it. Now, if you guys are fans of the Corvette, you'll know that they've been talking about making this car mid-engine for a very long time, since probably, I don't know, the 60s or whatever, they started talking about mid-engine. And in fact, the man that they call the father of the Corvette, the original kind of inventor, the guy who pushed this Corvette to production way back in the day, he originally intended for this car to be mid-engine. And in fact, you know, over the years, GM even made a few, you know, real GM concept cars of a mid-engine Corvette, and you know, you can go back and check some of those out, and they were really cool. But ultimately it never happened, and I don't necessarily know why it never happened. I think probably just the technology wasn't there, and it wouldn't have made sense from a cost you know, perspective. It just probably wasn't going to happen. But I think in today's world it really makes sense. You know, a lot of people, we started talking about this a little bit more seriously towards the end of the C6's life, and of course, like I said, with every Corvette generation, the magazines, everything always says, oh, the next one's going to be mid-engine, it's really happening this time. But you know, for some reason over the last few years, we really thought that this was getting more and more realistic. So unfortunately, like I said at the beginning of this video, we still basically have no information on this car as of right now. So why am I talking about it? Why did I make a vlog? What sparked me to make this conversation? Well, Motor Trend, Car and Driver, and some other magazines and car spy photographers have spotted what looks to be a mid-engine Corvette testing, and we're all pretty sure that that's what it is. It looks like a C7 Corvette in some ways. You look at it's a very grainy shot from pretty far away of what looks to be a C7 Corvette. But you can see the back is very different. You know, it looks like the C-pillars have this weird shape and everything, and it looks very much like, it has all the hallmarks of what would be a mid-engine car. And if you guys remember from about 6 months to a year ago, I'd say, there were actually some really early tests of an Australian Ute, the GM's Holden pickup truck, I believe it is. And it's basically a pickup truck with a Corvette engine, and you guys know GM uses this Corvette engine in a lot of things, and Camaro and a lot of other places and other countries in the world and whatever. But it looked like with this pickup truck, the back end was kind of closed in, and it had the roof of like a C7 Corvette, so it was this real, you know, mongrel thrown together looking thing. And the thought was that this was a really, really early prototype for a mid-engine car, because again, you know, it looked like the back of that pickup truck was closed in where there might be an engine inside. So that was really one of the earliest indications that this mid-engine Corvette may finally be happening. And now with these most recent spy shots, they're definitely getting closer to production. You know, this doesn't look like just a thrown together thing. This looks like it's getting close. At least it kind of has the bones of what may actually be a production car. So what do I think of all this? Well, personally, I think that it's fucking awesome. I mean, honestly, you guys know that I'm driving a C7 Z06 right now, for those of you who haven't seen my channel before. And this car is fantastic. You know, when the C7 Corvette first came out, it just made waves everywhere. It's such a good car, and it does everything well. It's great to drive every day. It's amazing on a track. It's mind-blowing in so many ways. And I'm not even biased. You know, you guys know when I traded in my Hellcat and got something new, when I was looking at something new, I was looking at a lot of cars, but I truly believe that this is the best bang for your buck out there right now. I mean, it just does everything so damn good. And the one sore point with Corvettes was always, yeah, it's good performance-wise, but the interior sucks and yada, yada, yada. This car is great. You finally feel like you're in a proper $80,000, you know, $100,000 car. It feels like a real sports car, supercar, whatever you want to call it. And nobody can dispute the fact that this thing competes with every supercar out there regardless of price, so it's amazing. But the general consensus is, from GM and from a lot of people in the car community, is that they've come as far as they can possibly go with a front engine design. To me, this thing was always kind of a mix of like a new Z06 and the old ZR1. You know, this thing's more about crazy powerful. They didn't really focus on making it lightweight or anything. It's actually heavier than a C7 Stingray, than a regular Corvette. And it's not NA anymore, which, you know, those are kind of the things that make a great track car. You know, it's got to be naturally aspirated. It's supposed to be lighter than the regular version of the car. This thing really isn't. So in my mind, if they want to make a ZR1, and that's kind of the thought, see, nobody's really sure. We don't know if it's going to be a ZR1 or a C8 or what's going to happen. Originally, people thought, well, they're going to make a C8 ZR1 but it's going to be sold alongside the C7. Then people were saying, no, you know, it won't come out until 2019 and they're going to do away with the C7 in total. But that still seems kind of strange because the C7's only been around since 2014, which would mean that they only made and produced and sold this car for 5 years. It seems like a lot of investment for, you know, a car that's not going to be on sale that long, and they're still making money selling them. And there's no doubt that they're going to still going to make money on it going forward a few years. So I don't know, nobody really knows. But to me, in my mind, they wanted to go with this new ZR1, since this thing kind of took over the ZR1 space a little bit. To me, with the new ZR1, they wanted to go crazy. They wanted to go balls to the wall, full-blown, fully fledged supercar, and that's what they're going to do. So now for the good shit. The question is, will I buy one? And the answer is yes. I already have my deposit down on one, and I'm working with Mike Furman again from Criswell Chevrolet, who's an awesome dude, you know, been helping me through this whole process. We always go back and forth and have a great time. But just to let you guys know, the deposit is simply to be first in line. Again, I'm working with Criswell Chevrolet, one of the biggest Corvette dealers in the country. So the deposit is just so that I'm first in line when that dealership gets allocation. And it's a huge dealership, they're gonna get allocation. You know, all the big Corvette movers, Criswell, Kerbeck, Rick Conti Corvettes or whatever it's called out there. I think they're out west or whatever. But all the big places are gonna get allocation. So my deposit is simply to be first in line. And again, I mean, I'm already super excited about this thing, but it's so bad because we're like 2 years out. It's so close I can almost taste it, yet we're so far away. In what time frame will we get more information on the car and my situation with it? I have no clue, but I just wanted to share this info with you guys. Some info on the car as well as that little bit of information about me, so I do plan to buy it right away. And as soon as I get more information, I will be telling everybody about it. Obviously, I'm not gonna keep this a secret. I thought about it, but I'm just gonna let the cat out of the bag and let everyone get excited, even though, just to let you know, again, we are a little bit of a ways away. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe and take care. Have a great day. All right, so we just got to Troy's house and his beautiful garage. So all you people bitching at me for my garage, like, Mike, paint your garage. How about I just shoot videos at Troy's house from now on? Look, he's got a nice floor. It's gonna make you all very happy. He's even got baseboards, a nice wall. But we're here at Troy's. He's gonna make a video. And definitely check out his channel. Give him some love. I gave Nick that shout out. He got the 15K subs in like a week, which is retarded, but you guys are awesome for that. Yeah, for Chick-fil-A. But you gotta give Troy some love too, so I'll put his channel in the description. Check him out. We're doing a video today on this wrap. He'll appreciate it. He needs the love.
I'll buy him Chick-fil-A.
That's a lie. I'm also buying Troy Chick-fil-A as well because Nick's an asshole. So that's the end of the video.